It maintained the VVT for better performance out of this setup.
You're tuned in to Donk Planet Live behind the scenes. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe and be a part of the team, you hear me?
If you in a 7-1, boy, make that bitch run. If you in a 7-2, make it do what it do. If you in a 7-3, see it slide like a G.
Dun, dun, dun. Here I go with another video, you hear me? What's good, folks? What's good? What's good? Y'all already know another day above ground equals a beautiful day, you hear me? Today, behind me is a low-key shop that I wanted to hit up. I heard about them, heard they doing good work. Gearhead Garage, Miami. Heard they doing work. And you feel me? It's a low-key shop. So I'm like, man, let me check them out and see what they got going on. But you feel me? Basically, I wanted to say some of the best shops in the game are low-key shops, you feel me? Just because, you know, you got a lot of shops out there that put themselves out there doesn't mean they're the best shop. I'm not saying they aren't the best shop, because there are some, but you do have some that put themselves out there and you feel me, they're not as good as what they seem. Not all of them, but some of them. But a lot of the best shops out there are low-key shops, man. Behind me we got Gearhead Garage Miami, and I heard that they putting in some work, so we about to pop up on them and see what's going on, you feel me? But yeah, fam, y'all already know, appreciate y'all, appreciate the support, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. Click that notification bell, select all so you can get the notifications for other videos, because we post content daily, you understand me? But yeah, fam, like I say, any day above ground is a beautiful day, so you feel me? If it's a beautiful day, get out there, chase your goals, chase your dreams, make things happen, you feel me? If you're looking to purchase that merch, there's a link in the description of this video that'll take you to donkplanet.com, where you'll be able to check out the merch that we have available. We got shirts, hats, beanies, all that. Check it out, you feel me? But let's get into this video. We going over here, Gearhead's Garage, Mr. James, you feel me? He's not expecting us, so we gonna see what's going on, man, with Mr. James, man. Heard he putting in that work. Heard that he got a Donk over here that he working on too. So we banging on that dough, fam. We ain't playing no games. We banging on that dough, fam. We ain't playing no games, man. Here we go. Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
Yo.
What's going on, boss man? What's going on?
Chillin'.
What's going on, man? We came here to check y'all out, see what kind of work y'all putting in.
Show y'all what's going on. You got a visitor.
What's going on? What's going on, Mr. James? Mr. James, man, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. How's everything?
How's everything, man? Been hearing a lot about you, man.
Well, thank you. I hope it's all good news.
Oh, man, it's definitely good news, man. That's why we popped up on you. We ain't popping up on bad shops.
Yeah.
We've been hearing a lot about you, so it's like, man, I was just telling the people just now when I got on camera, some of the shops that are putting out good work are like the low-key shops, the one that's not really out there.
Okay.
You know, so we just had to come check you out and see what you got going on. And we heard that you was working on the Donk over here, so we want to see what kind of Donk it was.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm so glad you're here. What we have here is a 73 convertible, and it's a full-on project. Engine, transmission, brakes, suspension, electrical, insulation, and a few other things to take care of. But if you look a little closer here, you'll see all the work that's going on. Here we have updated suspension, the addition of Willwood brakes, the addition of upgraded sway bar. All the bushings, as you can see, are polyurethane, and that's engine mounts, A-arms, the boots that you see here. All those boots are also polyurethane to protect the joints there. So
when you say polyurethane, for the people out there that don't know, like, what do you mean by polyurethane? What does that mean?
Well, polyurethane is a form of plastic that has a higher durometer rating, and it lasts a long time, and it also looks much better than rubber.
Okay.
So this is why it's added. It'll give the, for example, the engine mounts are way more solid than rubber. They don't flex like rubber ones, and they're not solid like race ones, which will transmit a lot of vibration back through the chassis, and you'd feel all that. So what we do is install urethane, which is a great compromise between the two.
Okay.
It's not as hard as a solid metal, and it's not as compliant as rubber, so it gives you the best of both worlds.
It gives you the best of both worlds.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to polyurethane, that's one option you can go with, but there's other options as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The other options are
Solid mounts and or rubber.
and or rubber.
Yeah, and rubber is what the OEM uses.
Okay.
Yeah. So
But polyurethane is better.
Oh yes, we want to upgrade from the OEM and use a better material.
Okay.
Yes. And as you can see, all the hardware has been replaced. Everything is grade 8 hardware throughout. Upgraded all the hardware. We want nothing from 1973 here, other than the chassis, which has been cleaned, inspected, and painted,
Yeah.
so that the whole engine bay looks much nicer.
Yeah,
Get a
definitely,
better finish on everything.
definitely looks nice under here.
Well, thank you.
One of the things that I noticed is the SPC. What is this? Control arm?
Yes, the upper control arm.
Upper control arm. Yeah.
Right.
SPC. I've never seen that before.
Well, SPC is a company that's been around for quite a while, and they cater to the performance industry. And the nice thing about SPC arms are that they're fully adjustable. So the camber problems you have with these larger wheels on this application can be corrected by using the SPC arms.
Okay.
Yes.
So they're adjustable?
Fully adjustable.
And when you
Yes.
adjust it, that's for the camber, you say?
Yes, for the camber and the caster too. So both adjustments can be made through the upper control arm.
I don't know if the when it comes to the Donks and stuff, we put big wheels on them compared to factory size. So as far as the whole camber situation, like how does that work? Is it still the same thing with big wheels and stock wheels, or how does that work?
Okay, to give you an example, a stock wheel is sitting straight like this.
Yes.
Okay, when you raise the car, the top of the wheel goes in.
Okay.
So the tire looks like this, it's leaning. When you put the adjustable arms on it, you can bring that camber right back where the factory wants it so that the tire runs true.
Okay.
So it stands right back up where it belongs.
Okay.
So it corrects that problem and gives you the ability now to have a front end adjustment alignment where the car can still track true. So the car going down the road will go in a straight line like it's supposed to. And when it hits a bump, it won't have what they call severe bump steer. So it corrects those problems. And that's the great thing about having adjustable upper A-arms.
Okay.
Another change here is the front sway bar too. Let me point that out to you.
Okay.
This sway bar is nearly twice the size of a factory sway bar. And the reason for that is to add stability to the front end. Because when you raise the front end again, the center of gravity changes everything. So now if you add a firmer or stiffer sway bar,
Yeah.
and with urethane links on it, it takes a lot of that compliance away. So it makes it a little bit stiffer, which is a good thing in this particular case. So the car doesn't do this when you turn, it'll stay more stable.
Yeah.
Right. And that's one of the improvements made there.
Okay. That's what's up.
All the ball joints are new,
Okay.
and ball joint specific for the upper, which is not a standard replacement. It's a half inch longer. Another needed feature to get the alignment correct on these.
Okay.
So that's where all this is, going to. As you can see, the new rag joint installed. It takes some of the slop out of the steering, so that we want to reminisce instead of a 73 feel, but to bring it up to date to a modern car feel.
Exactly.
When you're driving it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what we're after here. So all those improvements are made. If you'd like, I'll raise it up and you can see the coilovers that are on here.
Okay, yeah, definitely. That'd be great.
Fully adjustable coilovers are installed. So let me bring this car up in here.
Okay. Let's see, friend. Mr. James, Gearhead Garage. Working on a 7-tray vert. It's that Donk live behind the scenes, man.
Now you get a better view. Move this time rod out of the way. See the double adjustable Viking coilovers. And what that will do is that will give the car better handling also, because you can adjust the compression and the rebound on these shocks. So that way you can fine-tune the suspension the way you want.
Okay.
And the adjustability here with the spring is also with the height. If you want to get as high as you possibly can, you can actually bring the spring up.
For the coilover thing, okay.
Yes.
That's what's up. Looks good up under here, man.
Thank you.
This one right here, what's this?
Okay, that's your sway bar bushing, and this Zerk fitting here allows you to put grease in it so that many miles down the road, you won't get a squeak from it. You can just add grease to it and it lubes it and keep on riding just like you would in a new car.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's what's up. And you said you you upgraded the brakes on here?
Yes. Well, bring this around so you can see it. It's a Willwood upgrade. 6 piston.
Now, with upgrading the brakes came putting on the rotor as well?
That's right. These are drilled and slotted rotors to give it even better braking performance. What this provides is better cooling for the rotor itself and degassing. Those are the two main things that happen when you have a rotor that's slotted and drilled, okay, which gives you way better braking performance. A car like this, with a lot of horsepower under the hood, you know, when you want to slow down, you want it to stop now.
Exactly.
You don't want to wait, you want it to stop now. So factory brakes wouldn't hold up to it. They just wouldn't provide enough stopping power. So this is the upgrade that was made. And as you can see, also upgraded them in the rear. Willwood 4 pistons in the rear with a slotted and drilled rotor.
Nice.
Those are Viking double adjustable shocks you're looking at. You're looking at progressive rate springs and UMI trailing arms, upper and lower. And what they provide is adjustability for positioning the axle and getting the pinion angle correct.
Okay.
Right.
And this red piece right here, what's this?
Oh, this is your bump stop, so that when this travel goes all the way up, you hit a severe bump, and it comes all the way up, this will hit the frame and keep from going too high.
Okay.
That'll limit that travel there.
Okay.
Yeah. And all these bushings also are urethane on either end of the arms.
Okay. You say that's UMI
Yeah. UMI control arms, upper and lower, fully adjustable.
Nice. Y'all see it, fam. I'm putting in that work. Y'all putting in work, man.
Oh yeah, we're trying. Trying to get it done. You know, Christmas is coming.
This car looking like Christmas with all the green and red in it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Holiday spirit.
Yeah.
And if you take another look from the rear here, you can see the rear axle has been redone. And that rear cover is actually called a girdle. It provides support for the rear axle bearing caps.
So this is the girdle right here.
That is the girdle.
Okay. Nice. Looks real good up on there.
Thank you.
Looks real good up on there. And then you on this car, you working on the motor too, right?
Oh yes. And speaking of engines for this car. There it is right there.
Ta-da! There you have it, fam. Beginning to look like a lot like Christmas.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is a modified LT1 with the LT4 Eaton supercharger adapted to it.
Okay.
It has a custom ground camshaft, and it has a deletion of the DOD, but it maintained the VVT for better performance out of this setup.
Okay.
And the headers are stainless steel, but they're ceramic coated red to complement the rest of the red on the powder coated.
Ceramic coated.
That's
The
right.
real
So
deal
you
right
can
there.
take the heat.
So ceramic coated is because it can take the heat.
Exactly.
If it was powder coated, it wouldn't be able to.
It would melt off of it.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. So you converted the LT1 to LT4.
Correct.
Oh, okay. How was that able to be done?
With patience. Actually, ICT Billet sells the adapters to mount this supercharger on these cylinder heads, which are LT1 specific, because LT4s have a different cylinder head.
Okay.
So to make this work, you have to do that. And there's a lot more to it, a little more complexity involved. Like the management system has to be able to run this higher compression motor with the supercharger without running into detonation problems and so forth.
So how much horsepower are we talking?
That's classified.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It'll be north of a lot.
North of a lot. Found the streets in trouble, man. He about to burn up the street. What's up with the motor with the big supercharger sitting on top of it?
Oh, now that's the other project there. This one is dark block, AFR heads, and a Whipple supercharger. It's going together for a customer.
Nice.
And as you can see, the theme on this one is black. Okay. The oil pan's not on yet, but the oil pan will be black powder coated also.
Okay.
And the valve covers are black powder coated. The accessories are going to be black powder coated. So it's all going together. This is also a street application
Okay.
that should be noticed, you know. It shouldn't go unnoticed.
What's the reason that the inside over there is blue?
Well, this is called the rocker stand. The rocker arms bolt through here, okay, and of course the push rods come up through this hole, and that provides the mount for your rocker arm. And they're all tied together for more stability. This being a solid piece, unlike OEM, it just bolts. If this was factory head, it would just bolt straight through the rocker arm on a cast piece similar to this.
Okay.
This is a billet piece, which is much more solid.
Okay.
Okay, and adds way more strength. And it's designed specifically for the AFR head. So this is where we're at with this one. And believe it or not, both of these heads use high lift springs with titanium retainers too.
Okay.
For that extra RPM potential.
Nice. Nice. I love superchargers, man.
Yeah, they're nice.
What's up with this motor right here?
Now this one is one of my favorites. Believe it or not, it's not forced induction, but naturally aspirated. This one is a 7-liter custom built, custom cylinder heads with the titanium retainers, the high lift springs, chromoly one-piece push rods,
Okay.
the works. The internals on this one all forged.
Okay.
And this one is, like I said, one of my favorites simply because I like natural muscle. And this one should be north of a lot. It's going to be powered also, or I'm sorry, managed by the Holley system. Holley Sniper system is going to manage this engine, just like it's going to manage the first one you looked at and the second one. So all three are getting Holley management systems to control.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as far as the intake on this car, why does it look like that? Is there like some special dealing with this intake?
Yeah, this is it's a medium, they call it medium ram. It's not low. Low ones are for more of a high RPM application, and high ones are for a more torque application. This one's right in the middle, simply because it's also a street application. We want to make good horsepower, but we want great throttle response and good torque mid-range especially. because that's where it spends most of its time when it's running around the street. And these are all fabricated. The runners, as you can see, have a taper to them. They start wider here and then taper down. That increases the velocity, air velocity. So this is why this manifold was selected. And this is a 102 millimeter throttle body, which will give it additional airflow so it can make that big horsepower we're looking for.
That's what's up.
And this one also has a custom roller cam.
Custom roller cam?
Very custom. Yeah. I like to spec them out to my own requirements.
Nice. And what's up with the
Oh, okay, this is your traditional, you know, Generation 1 small block Chevy. It's I built this for customers going to his little box Chevy, and it's very traditional. The Chevy Orange, and it has a nice mild camshaft in it. This is not really a performance per se, like everything else you've seen so far, but it's much peppier than stock. So he'll be having fun with this one. These are original Corvette iron heads. They're modified, slightly modified. Has an aftermarket comp cam in it, fully balanced. So it's actually, it looks good, but it'll perform even better than it looks. Yeah.
So could you go like the horsepower?
Now this one I'll let you in. This one will be somewhere about 3.25 horsepower.
3.25?
Yeah. Like I said, this is very conservative. This is for an older gentleman who is going to be driving his car up and down the street. So he didn't want it rumpity rump. He just wanted when he steps on it, it can move much better than it did originally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And this one?
Well, this is a stroker motor I built. It's a 496 cubic inch big block Chevy. It has forged internals. It has a thumper cam in it, mother thumper cam. That nice sound, nice big block sound. And this one, believe it or not, if you pan down a little bit, you'll see it has a girdle on the bottom end. It was built for a more of an endurance application. And but you know, things change over time. The heads are fully ported. I'll lift the intake manifold off so you can see it.
Now that's a good thing that you brought that up. What does it mean for the people out there that don't know, and myself? What does it mean ported?
Well, okay, I want you to see here, there's some markings here. This stuff is machinist blue, so that I can go ahead and mark this head so I can get the dimensions correct on where I'm going to port, how wide I'm going to make it, and the shape I'm going to make it. So what I did here was I opened this intake port up much larger than stock. I don't have one to compare, unfortunately, but this is much larger than stock. And what it provides is additional airflow for this requirement, because it went from 454 cubic inches to 496 cubic inches with a much bigger camshaft. And so it's built to make power. And this is going to help it make the power. And the exhausts are done the same way. The intake valves are 2.25 inch Manleys. The exhaust valves are 188 Manleys. And as you can see, the exhaust are ported also for additional flow. So this should be a really fun street motor. And it doesn't have a home, so if anybody's interested, it is for sale.
How much?
We'll have to negotiate that.
North of a lot?
Absolutely not. No. This is very conservative. I have polished aluminum valve covers that match the timing cover here. That's a brand new water pump. The only thing the engine doesn't come with, it doesn't come with a carburetor, and will not come with an oil pan, because oil pans are application specific. So you have to get an oil pan to fit whatever you're going to put this thing into. But it will come with ignition system, the valve covers, rocker arms, everything fully assembled, and no pulley assembly. That again, but it has a damper, because all that is part of the package, but it does not come with pulleys. You can put your own pulleys on.
How much? Well, no, my bad. I already asked you that. How much horsepower is it?
Oh, this one is a very conservative figure. This should be close to 500 horsepower.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
good.
Not over the top, but a great street motor with tons of torque.
Tons of torque.
Tons of torque. It was built to move something heavy.
Definitely.
Yeah, and but then the plans changed, so now it has more of a performance camshaft more than torque design. This camshaft, being a thumper, has the right sound, and it will give it the horsepower that they're looking for. So this is gonna be a fun big block for somebody. So if they're interested, contact me and we can work a deal.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. See you putting in great work, man. Great work.
And last in line here, well, maybe not last. People that have seen everything so far, it's been Chevy. This is a little Ford stuff I do too.
Okay.
This is a Ford 351 Windsor that I built for a friend. And it is going, believe it or not in a car.
No?
No.
A boat?
It's going into a boat, yes. He wants it for his boat, so I went out of my way to go ahead and build him a nice 351, 30 over.
Inboard engine?
And it's got a little peppy camshaft in it. The cylinder heads have been reworked, all upgraded. So put in the work there.
Nice. Nice. That's what's up. Ford. For my Ford people that, just for y'all.
Yes.
Nice.
I've got another one that I'm going to be building soon for a Mustang, for a 94 Mustang. I'm going to put a 351, but it'll be a stroker 351. Something that it's going to be make a lot of horsepower just for his little Mustang. Lightweight car, but a lot of horsepower.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. So this is what I do, when I'm here, spending my time, not getting harassed by the wife or anything, come to the shop and make things happen for folks. I've been doing this now for over 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for a while.
For a while, yeah.
That's good.
It's a way for me to, it's like therapy, building stuff. I used to build engines for aircraft, jet, and reciprocating. So I have a lot of experience when it comes to building engines. Air-cooled engines, those two. So it goes way back, but I really like doing it. I've done engines for airboats, boats, cars, trucks, jets. I think I've covered everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. You got a lot of experience.
Yeah, and it's something I like doing. Sometimes I'm at the shop till midnight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. James, man, the camera just alerted me, man, we running out of memory space, man.
Uh-oh.
So you already know, before we go, I just want to show one more bit. Y'all see that, fam? Before we go, how do people get in contact with you?
Well, I'm a low-key shop, small operation, but if someone wants to reach out to me, they can reach me at badbird1979@gmail.com. Drop me a message there.
Or Gearhead Garage Miami on Instagram.
Thank you.
Gearhead Garage Miami on Instagram.
That's my twin.
Okay.
Check it out and send us a DM if you're interested in anything, have any inquiries, and we'll be right back at you.
Okay. Gearhead Miami on Instagram.
Gearhead Garage Miami.
Gearhead Garage Miami, my bad.
Yeah.
Gearhead Garage Miami on Instagram, and then the email was
badbird1979@gmail.com.
okay. Y'all got that, fam? That's what's up, man. Mr. James, man, appreciate you, man. Keep doing what you do. We notice you putting in that work. I like what I see, man.
Thank you.
All right, fam, that concludes today's video, man. Mr. James, Gearhead Garage Miami, them boys is putting in that work, you hear me? Be sure to check him out. He left his contact information. Like I said, man, them low-key shops be some of the best shops, you hear me? Until next time, fam, keep it locked right here. Don't Plan It Live behind the scenes, you hear me?